Before I jump into this video, I just want to ask each and every one of you one question. As far as mandates go, where do you draw the line? Because right now, you may agree with the C-19 mandate, but will you agree with further mandates? Because this does set a precedent, all right? Will you agree if they said that you can only have one child per household in the near future? Would you agree if they said you can only have a certain amount of rations per month as far as food is concerned when you go to the supermarket? Would you agree if they said that every elementary school must show a gay act to the children to acclimate them with homosexuality? Think about it. So the question I have is, whether you agree or disagree with Kyrie, do you believe he's being treated fairly? I'm kind of leaning towards not so much. I feel like he's being ridiculed and demonized for his personal opinion. I mean, we all have our own feelings and beliefs towards certain subjects, and we're not always going to agree, but there should be a conversation as opposed to people just saying you're wrong and writing you off as an idiot. We live in a cancel culture, and it's becoming a slippery slope. I feel like if you go against the mainstream media or government narrative, you are looking to be canceled and more than likely excluded from some parts of society in this day and age. I mean, how far does it go? Are we going to get to the point where, like North Korea, and you could get locked up for saying you don't like the president? I'm not saying Kyrie's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. But when you have one narrative being pushed and you are not allowed to hear anything else, I have a problem with that. Where is the mandatory V for Ebola, which can have up to a 90% fatality rate? There are plenty accredited doctors, accomplished doctors, not some internet quacks that are against the V. They are sometimes fired from their positions, silenced, and removed from all social media platforms. I respect Kyrie and those doctors for standing on their beliefs, even if it means losing money. Those are admirable qualities in my opinion, because at the end of the day, all the money in the world can't buy your health back. You have to remember there were many people in history that went against mainstream beliefs, and they were ridiculed, harassed, and in some cases killed, only to be proven correct in the near future. At one point, people thought the earth was flat. We also thought the sun revolved around the earth, which we know right now is not true. I just want to be open-minded. And, I want people to not be so trusting, because speaking as a black man, this is the same government that had us enslaved to the late 1800s, less than 200 years ago, had us segregated less than 80 years ago. To this day, they act like systematic racism doesn't exist and rarely prosecute a police officer for wronging a person of color, even when we can see on camera that they were 100% in the wrong. Not to mention, they used us as guinea pigs, a la the Tuskegee experiment. I'm disgusted you have people like Shaq and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar publicly shaming him, and anyone who wants to take the time to think for themselves and not be pressured. I think that's irresponsible on their part. And I just want to slip this in there. I'm tired of them running the same playbook on us over and over. They will get our celebrities to speak on subjects that they are not knowledgeable in at all. It's a slap to the face. It's disrespectful to us as a community. It's no better than when Joe Biden had Cardi B interview him. Okay, of all the people in the world that he could have gotten, he chose her. She is not qualified to ask this type of questions that we need answered. Okay, it's the same thing with the narrative that they're pushing with the V. Okay, you got football players, basketball players, rappers, entertainers pushing us in one direction. Why not have someone that is well versed in that area, who is neither for or against the V, sit down and break down to us, what they feel is the negative and the positives of taking this right now? Or you can have a person that is for or a person is against, and let us make an informed decision, as opposed to just spoon feeding us something and we should accept it and not hear any difference. There's a good book called 1984 by George Orwell. I advise everyone to read it because this seems to be the path that our world is headed in, a totalitarian, overreaching government where you're not able to think for yourself at all. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you agree with Kyrie? Do you think he's being treated fairly? Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Rice. If you knew better, you'll do better. I'll holla. Peace.